Hello, my name is ToddConnor, and I am the founder and the CEO of Bunker Labs, which is a national organization that's helping military veterans start and grow businesses. We're here in Nashville for the third stop of a 12-city tour where we're launching Bunker Labs chapters. The leader here, Blake Hogan, has put together an amazing event with several hundred people, the mayor, the governor, a bunch of entrepreneurs, a bunch of veterans, and we're making things happen here in Nashville today. The thing with veterans is I think most of us believe that they're very talented, right? So they do really hard stuff on active duty. They get a mission, they have to go get it done. Doesn't matter what the resources are, you just got to get the mission done. So that's a great skill set for entrepreneurship. The challenge for military veterans is only 1% of young people join the military. So when they get out of the military, the 1% doesn't know the 99%, and the 99% don't know the 1%. So the issue for them is around networks. And when you're starting a business, which is something that a lot of veterans want to do, 25% of them want to start a business. When you're starting a business, you need a whole bunch of people that you don't know yet. Lawyers, bankers, accountants, coders, young tech talent, whatever, customers, clients. So the challenge for veterans is not that they're not talented. The challenge is that they just don't have a good network to go start a business. And so what the Bunker's trying to do is create that network where if you're a veteran, you show up, you can quickly get to know all the right people that you might need to know to start a business here in Nashville or in Chicago or in Jacksonville or New York City or somewhere else. It's been interesting for the last 2 years because I've seen a lot of what's happening around the country in different cities. So like I said, we're in 12 cities. And some of them are major markets like New York City or Chicago or Silicon Valley. And then others of them are smaller markets like Kansas City or Jacksonville, Florida, or Madison, Wisconsin. What's interesting that I've found, and it's definitely true for Nashville, is that where I think entrepreneurs have their best chance of success is where they can engage in a tight-knit community. If I was starting a business right now, I'd much rather be in a place like Nashville where I can quickly kind of get to know who's relevant in that city, depending on the type of business I'm trying to start. But what's helpful is having a very close-knit community. And the Kauffman Foundation actually studies entrepreneurship, and they've really looked at what makes for a successful entrepreneurial environment for startups. Because it's too simplistic just to say it's about access to capital. I mean, access to capital is part of the equation, but there's a lot of other things that come before that. There's mentorship, there's idea testing, there's validation, there's early customer adoption. There's a lot of things that can happen in smaller metro markets. And so I've seen that. I mean, I've seen middle markets be really successful. What I do think that they lack is, in some cases, access to capital. So then the question becomes, how can you start a business in Nashville? So Nashville is a great place to start a business because it's tightly networked and you can kind of get to who you need to get to pretty quickly. That's a good thing. Then the challenge is, how do you raise money? And what I think we're trying to do through the Bunker is create this sort of, think of it like a national freeway where we've got chapters in 12 different cities. So you might need something in Chicago because you're doing something in transportation technology. Or I might need something in Kansas City because I'm doing something in industrial ag. Or I might need something in Nashville because I'm doing something in country music. I don't want to start a country music business in Silicon Valley. I want to start it in Nashville. But there might be reasons why I need it capitalized. And so what we're trying to do is build a network where you can be in your city, create the idea, and then build the relationships in Silicon Valley and build a network that's national so that you can raise money when you need to. But the idea of having to move Silicon Valley just to raise money is a total artificiality. If it's a good business and it's based in Nashville, the Silicon money will invest in it. The question is, how do they know about it? That's the big issue. And so what we're trying to do is create a network where we can tee up stuff that sort of meets the investment criterion of West Coast, East Coast, Midwest investors, and make it all efficient for both the investors as well as the entrepreneurs.
So you've seen 12 cities go through so far, and I know your sights are on even more cities. What do you think has been the number one need from all the companies that have gone through, from the veteran entrepreneurs, from the entrepreneurs? What do you think is the one thing they all have in common of what they want?
Yeah. Every veteran, every entrepreneur, I think, needs access to a thriving network. Because I think the answer for what every entrepreneur needs is so different depending on the person. Some entrepreneurs need, everyone needs mentorship, I think. I mean, I think everyone needs people that are graybeards, and not necessarily graybeards, but somebody that is maybe 6 months ahead of you or maybe a year ahead of you to help accelerate your learning process. Because if you're creating it from scratch every single time, that's just a lot of time. Whereas if I know somebody who started a professional services business that's 2 years ahead of me and they're successful, they can tell me immediately, don't waste your time with that. Yeah, that's a bad vendor. Go talk to this person. Hey, if you need tech talent, call her. So, we all need shortcuts. That's how we get through life. That's how we pick schools for our kids. That's how we decide where to go to college. It's because we know people that have experienced these things and can tell us, don't waste your time with that, go do that. That's how it works in life. And it definitely works that way when you're starting a business because there's so many unknowns. So I think what every entrepreneur needs is a network of people who they can access to find out a little bit more than they knew when they walked in. And so I think that's our starting point, is like, if we can build a thriving network, everyone has benefited. And by the way, that's not just about being a first-time entrepreneur. We have very seasoned investors, very successful entrepreneurs. They still need the access of a veteran network because they're trying to hire people, they're trying to raise more money, they're trying to make investments. So this idea of needing a network, it's not about a life cycle of a company, it's about a permanent need for anybody that's working in the innovation economy that everyone needs. And it doesn't matter where in the spectrum you're at, you need access to information that comes from early stage startups, that comes for very sophisticated investors, everybody in between. They all need this. They all need something from this network.
Great. How can someone tap into the network, get involved with Bunker Labs, no matter what city you're in? Maybe your Bunker's already there, maybe they're not yet.
Yeah, so we invite people to come join a Bunker, man. We've got cities, or like I said, 12 chapters right now in varying stages. There's other cities. We kind of have a waiting list that we're managing against, and we're kind of in a strategic pause to sort of focus on the 12 that we got. But people can go to bunkerlabs.org. They can join our Twitter feed. They can find us on Google+. We're everywhere. So find us through social media. Engage with us. Join a local chapter. Show up to a local event. All of our local chapters have events, like every week, every month. So go to an event and just show up, and then start from there, make some friends, and then we'll get you engaged as you go from there.
Great. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks, Clark. It's been fun.